Kevin Hart is facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit from his former friend JT Jackson. Now, you remember the crazy sex tape extortion scandal with Kevin Hart?
Yep.
Yep. Well, basically, this guy is saying that Kevin Hart didn't use the right words to publicly apologize to him. They initially, he was like, all those allegations of the filming and the distributing of that sex tape were not true. And I guess he is claiming that Kevin Hart and him came to a conclusion, and they agreed to make a public apology to help rehabilitate his public reputation.
Whose public reputation? The best friend?
Because he says he was innocent, that everything was a lie. He was like, I never had anything to do with that. And when it came down to it, that Kevin deviated from the prepared statement that they had, including the part in the settlement where JT basically, called for Kevin to say that he had nothing to do with any alleged extortion plot.
I don't know JT.
Never did that.
I never heard of. I don't know if we know him or whatever, but I've never heard of a lawsuit that was like, you apologized incorrectly, I want some money.
Yeah, you apologized, but it wasn't enough. I've never seen that either.
Because he was hit with charges including attempted extortion, attempted concealing and selling stolen property, unauthorized use of personal identity in connection with leaking the tape. So the charges were dropped. But his whole thing is like, you ruined my reputation with all these false allegations. So that's what he's suing. And he's also suing for breach of contract. My whole thing is imagine this is this is one of your closest friends. You've been friends for years. And they straight pull this, man.
Now money makes people act funny. Maybe that's what we should take calls on today after 8.
Yeah, are you as rich as Kevin Hart?
So true.
You're on your way to being a billionaire, and people just keep getting weird with you.
Well, I wasn't even gonna go, but people act funny over like $500, bro.
No,
Yes.
I know. I'm just saying, I think that's an interesting topic. I was watching a Kevin Hart feature on 60 Minutes last week. This past week, they did a feature. I just wonder sometimes, man, God, is it worth it? I don't know. Would if Kevin was only worth $30 million and was just the biggest comedian in the world, would life not be better than it is when you're at this point where he's worth hundreds of millions and it just feels like there's so much nonsense?
So I had this conversation with a couple of my friends who are 100 millionaires, earning hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're like, we want to be billionaires, and I'm like, why?
That is the pay. I know you'll have more money, but why?
I think what happens is these are competitive individuals. So it becomes a competition. It's not a need for money as much as it's just a competition to see if I can do it.
Well, yeah, it's further validation. It's further ego validation, too. Kevin wants to be in the room with Jay-Z. He doesn't want to just be friends with Jay-Z. He wants to know he's an equal.
Well, it's like it's like the Bear Mountain climbing up on a bike thing. You know what I mean? You can do it. Are you going to do it today when it's 100 degrees outside?
Your comparison just fell apart because no, it's not the same.
Or are you just going to be like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I don't need that. Some people competitively need that.
Yeah,
they want that.
But the difference is, that you could ride up Bear Mountain another time. They don't know. They don't know if they could be a billionaire. They want that next challenge of, can I do that too?
Yeah.
And they don't have what I think you have, which is enough comfort to go, you know what? My ego is pretty satiated. I'm good. I'm going to go back down and rest today.
Or maybe they don't know what else they're going to do with their lives.
Right. What do you do if you don't keep competing? Right.
Right.